Is a little girl. Yes? No one can see your hand because you put it all the way at the top.
It's family friendly content.
And that's why it's gonna be bleeped.
Ugh. Brother, ugh. What's that?
Get out. Get out. Look at Sora sitting in her little box. She's sitting in her little box. Wow. Hello, everybody. Okay, so I know I'm smiling, all happy, and doesn't seem sad. I'm gonna start this video off a little bit sad. There is some news that happened while I was away from YouTube, and that is that Garbanzo, my hamster, if you guys remember when I got him, he passed away about a month ago. I am not sure what happened. He had a little bit of blood on his nose, so I'm assuming maybe stroke or heart attack, but I'm not sure. I was really broken up about it, like really upset because I didn't have him for that long and I really wanted to spend more time with him, but you know, life is life. You can do everything right and animals still die. So the day after he passed away, I got a mouse. He is a fancy mouse. Fancy mice are actually just a domesticated version of a house mouse. They originally got domesticated in 1100 BC. So mice have been pets for us for a very, very long time. Thousands and thousands of years we've had pet mice. I'm going to try to get him out. I'm still working on training. If you guys follow me on Instagram, if you don't, go follow me because I post a lot more on there. I'm working on training him right now. He doesn't love being picked up. He doesn't love being touched. He doesn't love being bothered, which is fair, but I'm working on getting him to be a little bit better about it so that I can actually socialize with him because he is alone. Male mice, it's a little hard to have them together, especially because if they're unneutered, they'll end up fighting and they can be really mean to each other. So he is a male. If I had females, I could have them together, and that's better because if you have a female mouse, they need to be kept together or else they get really depressed. Male mice can do okay by themselves. They just need to have a strong bond with their owner in order to be happy, socialized. So I'm working on that so that I can make him a happy little mouse boy. Actually, first, let me show you the cage setup. Let me show you the MTV crib. This is not the best setup for a cage, and let me tell you why. This is a 40-gallon tank, which is good. They don't need this much space, but I wanted him to have a lot of space, so that's why he has so much. There's a little house back there, a mushroom hut that he's knocked over, some paper towel rolls, a wheel, and then just like some flowers and toys and stuff, and then he has a hut. Normally what you would want to do for mice is like, you shouldn't even be able to see the bedding. Like it should be so full of stuff that you can't even see the floor. Like they love being able to climb around. They're very sporty. They like to move around. They like to go up. They like to hang from dangling things. I'm working on that. I am going to get him a couple more upgrades fairly soon. But right now, this is the best I can do with everything that I had left over from Garbanzo. And I will say some of the stuff is from Garbanzo, not all of it. The house is from him. The ramp is from him. A couple of other things. And the way that I had to clean it, because again, I wasn't sure how Garbanzo died. I had to get all of the wood things, put them on a cookie sheet, and bake them in the oven just to make sure that all the bacteria was good and dead. The rest of this, like the enclosure itself, I wiped out with vinegar and water and baking soda, and I let it aerate for like a good day before I put Poe in here. Oh, and Poe. He's named Poe. His name is Poe Pickle. PP for short. I named him Poe because he is black and white and Kung Fu Panda is one of my favorite movies. If you don't know who Poe is, you need to get some culture in ya. All right, so I'm gonna have to find him because he does not like coming out. Eat the Poe. Okay, well, he's not in there. Mice love to burrow, so you have to have enough substrate. Like it's like that much substrate so that he can burrow in, and the substrate that I have actually holds his burrows so it doesn't collapse or anything. He loves it. Usually if he's not over there, he's over here. Yep, there he is. Hey, bud. See, he hates being picked up. I don't know if you can see. He's right there. So sometimes what I do, I have these millet clusters, which he freaking loves. He loves these so much. So sometimes I will put one of these in my hand and sometimes he'll come and grab it. Come on. He was only $7 at PetSmart, which is crazy. And while I don't condone buying pets from PetSmart, I still believe that like the animals shouldn't be punished just because they're in a pet store. I don't think that they shouldn't be bought just because they're in a pet store. I think that like if you're solely getting your animals from a pet store, then that's not great. You know, I felt like I was still rescuing him because in the cage that he was in, there were 3 other male mice and they were bullying him. Like they were not even letting him come out to eat. He was hiding in the corner and they were like attacking him. So I know that he's a lot happier now, which makes me feel a lot better.
Yoink!
One of the bad things about fancy mice, and it's the same for rats, they only live like 2 to 3 years, which is really sad because we want more time with them, of course. But mice in general, they just don't live very long. It's not part of their natural lifespan anyway. See, some people, they grab their mouse by the tail to pick them up, and I just cannot make myself do that because I feel like if I do that, he's gonna freak, and I don't want him to be scared of me. Like, he's not scared of my hand, see? He'll come up to me, but the second that I try to pick him up, that's when he gets really freaked out. But otherwise, he's very social. Male mice are more social than females. They are more curious and more outgoing for the most part. So a lot of people will get male mice instead of female mice. The only bad thing, again, is if you have 2 unneutered male mice, they will try to kill each other sometimes. So you gotta be careful. Look, see, Sora's getting excited. While we're waiting for him to come out, I guess I can show you guys his bucket of fun. I need you to move. Look, what I love about him most is that he matches Sora. They have the same pattern. I got these off of Amazon for Garbanzo. These are just kind of like, I'll put like a little picture up, editing Prana, of what's in here. He really likes the flowers and he really likes these. I don't know exactly what these are, but he is a huge fan. This is just mouse food, mouse and rat food. I don't like formulated food, just in general, because I feel like they put so much stuff in it. This is what it looks like. It's just like these little pellets. I also, obviously, because Garbanzo died so suddenly, I still have his food, which it's hamster food is a little bit higher in protein, so you do have to be more careful when giving it to them. But he loved the sunflower seeds and the pumpkin seeds that are in here. So I will like go in here and try to pick out some of the seeds so that he can have them, because he doesn't so much need the grain. And for mice, when you give them food, hamsters are the same way. They are used to foraging because that's what they do in the wild. So it's best to actually spread the food around so that they have to look for it instead of just handing it to them in a bowl. Helps them have their natural habits still in their life, considering that they are fully domesticated. Yeah, you can't reach them. I have a couple of other things over here. I have more hamster food. I had this for Garbanzo, which is like a playpen. I have a couple of like snack things that are for hamsters, but he really still likes them. It's like these little carrot things. He really likes these. I want to talk about, oh, look, he's carrying it. You see that? You can't bring it in. Oh, you can do it. I believe in you. You need to get your little butt down. Thank you very much. He's trying so hard. He got it. He literally bent it in half so that he could do that. That's so smart. Another thing that people don't realize about mice is that, you know, when you see lab mice, right? And they're these little white mice and they keep them in the like cages and they do training and stuff like that. They wouldn't use mice for lab stuff if they weren't smart. They can actually figure out how to do tricks. They're not dumb. People think, oh, just a little rodent. They're very smart. There is actually, sometimes there's a way where you can get mice from the labs. Like you can rescue mice from the labs. We don't have any near here, so I couldn't find one. But there are some places where you can find like a lab mouse. Like Garbanzo did, Poe will eat a lot of kitchen scraps too. So I'll give him kale, I'll give him lettuce, carrots, lots of different fruits, but not citrus fruits. They can have cheese a little tiny bit. They can have bread, they can have cereal, they can have rice, but those need to be like in a lot smaller of doses because it can make them fat.
Fat with a P.
Hamsters' teeth grow exponentially and they never stop. And that's why they need wood to chew on to help like curb the growth so that they don't get overgrown teeth. Mice are the same way. So I have the same apple sticks, which I baked these after Garbanzo died. I have this in here, which has some hay in it as well. His little hut is made of Timothy hay that he can chew on. And then he has all this wood from all the other stuff that he can chew on as well. You know what I can do? I can pick that up while he's in it.
Great success.
This is Poe. This is Poe Pickle. So we're gonna leave him be. You're clawing my pants. Yeah, I know he's in there. Garbanzo, it was a lot easier to pick him up. With Poe, I'm scared that I'm gonna hurt him because they're so like skittish and jumpy that if he gets too scared, he's just gonna run out of my hand and fall. And we don't want that. Sora, go away. See, I'm not gonna grab him because I want him to come to me on his own. Okay, here we go. Poe. You see his tail? How it's almost as long as his body?
Wow.
When you're getting to know a mouse and you're trying to get it comfortable with you, it is best to not rush it and to not force it. If you get to a point where they think that whenever they see you that you're gonna grab them, they're gonna be scared of you. And that's not what you want. You want them to be very loving and sweet, and you want them to want to spend time with you. I'm hoping to eventually be able to teach him tricks and to do some operant conditioning with him. For me, I've had multiple hamsters. This is my first mouse. I've never had a mouse before, so the tail definitely threw me off at first. Like having it tickle you, you'd be nice. But yeah, I just wanted to introduce you to the new member of the family, Mr. PP, Mr. Po Pickle. He's very well loved and taken care of, and I'm very happy to have him. I think it'll be fun to teach people about the lab scenario with mice and how bad that can be. I also want to talk about how, you know, if you have mice, you don't need to get a trap that kills them. There's really no purpose. You can easily get a trap that just traps them instead of, you know, that typical mouse trap. He pooped in my hand.
Ugh.
That typical mouse trap where it, you know, snaps on their head. You don't need that. You can get a trap, you can replace it somewhere else. There's no need for you to kill it. They're not doing anything wrong. People also think that mice are dirty. Mice are not dirty. They go to dirty places to help clean it up, and they're just looking for food. They're not trying to like make your house dirty. See, mice love to climb. But yeah, rest in peace, Garbanzo. He will forever be loved. But now we have Mr. Po. If it weren't for Garbanzo, I probably wouldn't have Po. So I'm very glad that he's here. I'm happy that I'll be able to use him to teach you guys some stuff, and that you guys can see just how freaking cute they are, and that they're not nasty and disgusting and gross. They're smart little sweet creatures. You see, all this time he could have been biting me. He hasn't bitten me once. They also, like, he has claws. So he's like dug into my shirt right now. I don't even need to hold him. He can climb just fine by himself. Hi. You want your lettuce?
Nope.
No, he said I'm busy climbing, woman. I don't want lettuce. Thank you guys so much for watching. Big welcome to Mr. Po. I love him. He's very sweet. Oh, he just dookied on me again. Like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Let me know if you like Po. Let me know if you want some more videos about him. I can do some like mouse enrichment videos. I can do some mouse how-tos, some cage cleanings, cage setup, stuff like that. We love you guys so much. Thank you.